Good afternoon, friends. Satyam Vada Dharmachara Satyamev Jayate. Welcome news desk on income tax, GST and corporate law. Let's start from the income tax law. Gujarat High Court, waiver of the loan which was never claimed as expenditure couldn't amount to cessation of the trading liability. In this case, where loan amount was never claimed by the SEC as expenditure, waiver of same could not amount to cessation of the trading liability and was not chargeable to tax under section 41 subsection 1. Second case, Madras High Court, forex loss suffered on conversion of the loan taken to the acquired capital asset is no deductible expenditure. In this case, where the SEC incurred foreign exchange fluctuation loss on foreign currency loan which was utilized by SEC for purchase of the fixed assets, such a loss was to be regarded as capital in nature, not allowable under section 37 subsection 1. Next case, Madras High Court, trust receiving donation on behalf of the beneficiary treated as representative SEC and taxes as an individual, where the trustee of the SEC discretionary trust were appointed under deed of the trust to the benefit of members of honor group and senior leader group of the Sri Ram group who were identified as beneficiary, and all 6 concerned who contributed 25 crore formed part of the Sri Ram group. Press release, CBDT press release, tax department conducts search action on a Chandigarh based listed pharmaceutical company. The tax department carried out search and seizure operation on a Chandigarh based listed pharmaceutical company and its associated concern. The primary allegation was that SSC had purchased a Benami land in Indore in the name of the conduit company. During the search, ample evidence was found and seized, which clearly established that the Benami company is a conduit of the pharmaceutical company with no real business activity. Next, Karnataka High Court, interest could not be charged to tax if its receipt was uncertain due to some dispute, where the SSC state government undertaking engaged in business of the transmission of the electricity raised demand upon a state electricity board of other states towards transmission charges for transmission of the exchange of the electricity amongst those states. Since there was a dispute with regard to the such wheeling charges among all these states, and this was an certainty of the receiving same, SSC was justified in not recognizing revenue on account of such wheeling charges. Next press release, CBDT conduct search action on a leading business and entry operation in Pune. The tax department carried out search and survey action in leading builders and entry operators in Panvel region of the Pune. During search, incriminating data pertaining to the routing of the unaccounted income earned by way of on money from the flat and land sale from the real estate project of the group was unearthed in the form of the accommodation entries of the non-genuine unsecured loan through certain sale companies. Next press release, tax department conducts search action on a leading business group in Chennai. The tax department has conducted search and seizure operation on a leading business group in Chennai. Highlight of this search operation includes seized and accounted cash of 23 crore, foreign estate to asset to the extent of 110 crore, inflation of the expenditure and bogus claim of the depreciation, etc., amounting to 435 crore. Capital gains amounted to approximately 280 crores. This means a lot of the search and seizure action carried out by the department. Next, Madras High Court, Section 11 exemption couldn't be denied in absence of any finding that activity carried by the SSC was commercial. Next case, Madras High Court, change of the method under Section 56 subsection 2 7B was unjustified as assessing officer didn't point any flaw in method adopted by the assessee. Next case, Allahabad High Court, deposit of the cash exceeding limit prescribed under section 40A, subsection 3 in supplier's bank account attract disallowances. Where the assessee made cash payment exceeding prescribed limit in the supplier bank account, which were not routed through any clearing house or electronic transfer, such payment were to be disallowed. Next case, Karnataka High Court, no section 263 revision to disallow depreciation on the leasehold land as it was allowed by the assessing officer after due application of the mind. In this case, where the assessing officer after due application of the mind and on proper consideration of the material available on record had allowed claim for the depreciation on leasehold land, commission was not justified in revising said order on ground that revenue audit objection was raised in case of the assessee with regard to depreciation on leasehold land as intangible asset. Next, Madras High Court, Deputy Director can't file complaint under section 276 C or 277 if no incriminating materials is seized or a statement is recorded. Unless a strong materials seized from the accused for offense allegedly committed while filing returns and false verification filed before assessing authority, only assessing authority or any other officer authorized by that officer is competent to file a complaint under section 276 C or 277, not by the deputy director. Next case, Kerala High Court, income tax officer intelligence is competent to issue notice to call for the information from the credit cooperative society. And next case on international taxation, Karnataka High Court, expenses reimbursed to seconded employees couldn't be treated as the fees from the technical services. In this case, where an agreement for secondment of a staff was entered between the foreign holding company and assessee, an Indian company and seconded employee have to work as such place as assessee may instruct an employee have to function under control, direction and supervision of the assessee and in accordance with the policies. Let's start updates on the GST. AAR Himachal Pradesh, advance ruling application filed by Himachal Pradesh Horticulture Development Society rejected as not accompanied by a requisite fee. Next case, Supreme Court puts a stay on Bharti Airtel decision where Delhi High Court allowed rectification in GSTR 3B. And this is Supreme Court held that the Honorable Delhi High Court in its order observed that the statutory scheme as envisaged under the Act provided a facility for validation of the monthly data through the IT system of the government. However, GSTR 2 and GSTR 3 could not be operationalized by the government till date. It is therefore permitted rectification in GSTR 3B for the period to which are related instead of the rectification being done in subsequent month. The apex court has stayed the order of the Delhi High Court. In this case, Supreme Court put a stay on the Bharti Airtel decision where Delhi High Court allowed rectification in GSTR 3B. Next, GST circular, CBIC issue clarification on the faceless assessment under the customs. Next case, advance authority ruling Andhra Pradesh, import of the drill bits for further supply to recipient on consumption basis involve two separate supplies. Next update on the GST portal, GSTN issues advisory on auto population of details in form of the GSTR 3B from form GSTR 1 and 2B. Next update, AR Andhra Pradesh, supply of the mud engineering services along with the supply of the imported and chemicals and additive can't qualify as composite supply. Next circular on the GST, government issue waiver from the recording of the UIN on invoice for the month of April 20 to March 21. Next update, AR Himachal Pradesh, no GST on grant or financial assistance to Tourism Development Board by Department of the Tourism Government of the Himachal Pradesh. Next update, Allahabad High Court, declaration under SVLDR scheme can't be made with respect to superior crushing oil being excisable goods. Dear friends, now start updates on corporate laws. Under company law or arbitration, Delhi High Court direct Tata Steel to pay arrears of the lease rent for using BIS oxygen plant. And next press release on the SEBI approves of proposal to do away with the applicability of the minimum promoter contribution for FPO. The SEBI in its board meeting had approved a proposal to do away with the applicability of the minimum promoter contribution and the subsequent lock-in requirement for the issuer, making a further public offer of a specified securities subject to fulfillment of the specified conditions. Next update on the company law, Supreme Court, company court rightly transferred winding up plea to the NCLT where no irreversible steps for winding up had taken place, where the liquidator had taken possession and control of the register office of the company and its factory premises, records and books, but not irreversible steps towards winding up of a company had otherwise taken place. Company court had correctly exercised discretion vested in it by fifth proviso to section 434 1C by transferring winding up petition to NCLT. Next update on the SEBI. SEBI issue consultation paper on the review of the innovators growth platform framework under the ICDR norms. The market regulator SEBI has issued consultation paper on review of the innovator growth platform under SEBI issue of the capital and disclosure requirement regulation 2018. The objective of this discussion paper is to seek comment view from the various stakeholders, including a startup in particular, market intermediaries, and the public on the framework of the innovator growth platform. Next update on the banking, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana High Court declaring a person fraud and willful defaulter without giving a fair chance to explain is invalid. RBI circular, RBI allow banks to open a specific account under various statutes without any restrictions. In this circular, RBI has permitted banks to open a specific account which are stipulated under various statutes and instruction of the other regulatory departments without any restriction. As a result, an indicative list of such account has issued in this regard. Next update on the FEMA notification, government amend norms relating to the non-debt instrument hikes FDI limit in defense sector up to 74% FDI policy. Next update on the competition law, Supreme Court, Ola and Uber do not facilitate anti-competitive practices between the drivers to attract application of Section 3. Supreme Court held this case in this case. And next, CCI, no abuse of the dominance by developer due to presence of other players in the relevant market of the real estate. In this case, where there were several real estate developer operating in the relevant market of provision of the services for development and sale of the plot of the land for residential use in Ghaziabad region. OP developer could not be said to dominate it inside relevant market. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching News Desk on the income tax, GST and corporate law. Please share among the professional colleagues or the friends who are interested in the income tax, GST, international taxation, transfer pricing, and FEMA and company and other laws. So please share among your uh, among your the professional networks. Thank you.